जय राधा रस बिहारी राधा रस बिहारी राधे। जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान। जय गौरानिताय 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 जय गौरानिताय। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की। श्री श्री राधा रास बिहारी भगवान की जय। श्री श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय। श्री श्री गौर निताय की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Hare Krishna. So reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 11th, the childhood pastimes of Krishna. Text number 44 and 45. So 44 has no purport, we'll recite 45. I'll just read 44. तम वीक्षा विस्मिता बालः शशंसु साधु साधव शशंसु साधु साधुइति देवाश्च परिसंतुष्टा बभुवु पुष्पवर्षिणः। Upon seeing the dead body of the demon, all the cowherd boys exclaimed, "Well done, Krishna, very good, very good. Thank you." In the upper planetary system, all the demigods were pleased, and therefore they showered flowers on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Text 45. Tav vatsapalakau bhutva sarvalokaikapalakau sapratarashago vatsamsh charayanta vicheratuhu। तव वत्स पालकौ भूत्वा सर्वलोकैकपालकौ सप्रतराशगो वत्सांश चारयन्तौ विचेरतुः। तव वत्स पालकौ भूत्वा सर्वलोकैकपालकौ सप्रतराशगो वत्सांश चारयन्तौ विचेरतुः। Radharashagova Matajis. Radharashagova. Word meaning. Tau Krishna and Balaram Vatsapalakau, as if taking care of the calves. Bhutva, so becoming. Sarvaloka Ekapalakau, although they are the maintainers of all living beings throughout the whole universe. Sapratah Ashau, finishing breakfast in the morning. Govatsan, all the cows. Charayantau, tending. Vicheratuhu, wandered here and there. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanaravindha Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. After the killing of the demon, which demon? Vatsasur. Krishna and Balaram finished their breakfast in the morning. That means Vatsasur was killed before breakfast. And while continuing to take care of the calves, they wandered here and there. Krishna and Balaram, the Supreme Personalities of Godhead, who maintain the entire creation, now took charge of the calves as if cowherd boys. Purport. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. Krishna's daily business here in this material world was to kill the dushkritis. This did not hamper his daily affairs, for it was routine work. While he tended the calves on the bank of the river Yamuna, 2 or 3 incidents took place every day. And although these were serious, killing the demons one after another appeared to be his daily routine work. Please repeat the translation. After the killing of the demon, Krishna and Balaram finished their breakfast in the morning. And while continuing to take care of the calves, they wandered here and there. Krishna and Balaram, the Supreme Personalities of Godhead, who maintain the entire creation, now took charge of the calves as if cowherd boys. Om Agyanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitamscha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratushe Nama. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So 10th canto is the Samam Bonam. Now Shukadeva Goswami, when he started speaking 10th canto, already 4.5 days passed in 9 cantos. And for 1.5 days he speaks this, and another 1.5, or little more than 1.5 approximately, he speaks for 11th canto and then 12th canto. This is a canto with most of the verses, 4,500 verses, which is like 25% of the entire Bhagavatam. Now Shukadeva Goswami wanted to speak more, but Parikshit Maharaj had no time. Because Parikshit Maharaj was apparently cursed to die. So he has only 7 days. Otherwise, Shukadeva Goswami starts speaking about Krishna, then he cannot be stopped, unstoppable. Rather, in the entire course of he speaking Bhagavatam, he went into Samadhi for few times. He just goes in Samadhi. In 10th canto, in before also, he just goes completely in Samadhi and there's a pin drop silence. Now Parikshit Maharaj is worried. If my Guru goes in Samadhi, who will speak Bhagavatam to me? We become very happy if speaker, he ends the class before time. Chalo, aaj to jaan chuti. Because we don't have taste. It's very unfortunate, but still okay. At least we are coming here. Now we don't have taste, it's from time immemorial. So somehow the positive thing is that we have started somewhere. So we should pat each other on our backs so that congratulate that we have started something. So Shukadeva Goswami goes in Samadhi, Parikshit Maharaj starts Kirtan. Like you would have heard or seen some video, read in Leela Amrit, Prabhupada used to go in, ecstasy sometime in Samadhi. And devotees would just chant. Prabhupada taught them. Sometimes Prabhupada would just choke up and he will tell devotees, chant, do Kirtan, can't speak. So, here Prabhupada also, 2 more chapters, till 13th chapter Srila Prabhupada gave his purports, and after that, his empowered disciples continued the Srimad Bhagavatam. So, you see the purports are so small in 10th canto. Specifically, if you see entire Bhagavatam, wherever there is philosophy, Prabhupada has given long purports. And where will you find philosophy most? In the prayers. The prayers by different devotees are nothing, just philosophy. That's why it is recommended for us to repeat the prayers of Acharyas. We do Brahma Samhita, Vaishnava Bhajan, prayers of Queen Kunti, prayers of Bhishma Dev. All other prayers we should repeat. We don't have the consciousness, but at least by repeating something will happen. Krishna will at least acknowledge that these are the prayers which are written or spoken by my pure devotees. So that's why it is recommended we should repeat these prayers. All the prayers in Bhagavatam are full of philosophy. But pastimes, Prabhupada, if you see Prabhupada's purport in pastime is very small. Prabhupada focused more on philosophy. The 10th canto, if you see, the purports are very, very small. Few lines. Now, this 43rd verse, 4-line purport. This is another 5.5 lines purport. Small purports. Because Prabhupada wanted to give as much as possible. And 10th canto, that is why Srila Prabhupada already gave Krishna book, so that we have perfect understanding of 10th canto. Because he was not sure how much he can write, so he has given. So in this also, when I was reading this translation, this is some pastime is there. What is the pastime? That Krishna killed Vatsasura. He had breakfast along with his cowherd boys and continued tending the calves. He is a Vatsapala. So he started continuing. Look at the purport Prabhupada starts. The first line itself, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. Something for us to discuss. So this is one point. Another point, it is Krishna's daily business to kill dushkritis, which is vinashaya cha dushkritam. But his duties does not hamper his daily affairs. What is his daily affair? Tending the calves and cows, playing with cowherd boys, giving enjoyment to Brajavasis. Gopijana Vallabha. So he is giving that Vallabha is Ananda, he is giving to Gopijanas. And Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana. He is son of Yashoda, and Brajajana, all the Brajavasis, he is giving them enjoyment. Brajajana Ranjana. That he has not stopped. And Prabhupada writes, while he tended the calves on the bank of river Yamuna, 2 or 3 incidents took place every day. That means he killed every day 2 or 3 demons. But we don't read, because there was no time for Shukadeva Goswami to speak all the details, because Parikshit Maharaj was having only 7 days. It is said that before breakfast, before lunch, he will definitely kill someone. So here he has killed already before breakfast. And now Bakasur will come. There was another day which is mentioned in Bhagavatam. He kills who before breakfast? One more demon is killed. It will come little later. Aghasur. Krishna calls all his cowherd boys, let's go today early morning. So they don't eat breakfast, they pack the bag first. After killing Aghasur, they feel hungry and they want to eat something. And then Brahma Vimon Lila happened. Prabhupada said, although they were very serious, killing the demons one after another appeared to be his daily routine work. A very interesting and important point, which appears to be very serious. Now imagine if one demon comes, wherever we are saying, suppose one demon comes here, Arishtasur. You know how big was Arishtasur? Arishtasur's hump was not visible. It was covered with the clouds. As per science, the clouds formation happened at 5 kilometers from the ground level. So you can imagine the height of Arishtasur. His hump was above the ground, above the clouds. If you just see one bull who becomes mad, he will kill so many people, he'll puncture so many bodies, fracture so many bones. We go to Talasari, I don't know about others, when you go in the section of bull, you become fearful. I become fearful because, and just by their sound, or just because of they breathe a little loudly, it's shivering, that experience. Govardhan is special. Yeah. Once I asked devotees, what is the weight of Govardhan? It is 1,200 kilos. He is calm. Earlier also he was very playful. If he just keeps his foot or his toe on your toe, तो merging हो जाएगा, छपट जाएगा. But otherwise we are fearful. And Arishtasur comes. Aghasur, 8 miles long. 8 miles. More than 12 kilometers. Can you imagine? Putana, 12 miles, 19 kilometers. If one person comes in our temple who's 19 kilometers, obviously he cannot, I don't know, he will have to, how will he can enter from, he'll just jump over. So 19 kilometers a person is standing, what will happen to our situation? Either we will faint or we will get heart attack. Now what appears to be very big and serious for us, it is just, they say na that Krishna ke baएं हाथ का खेल है. Sometime when it rains in Mumbai, rains are heavy. People become scared. So much thundering and lightning and rain, it's like pralay. But you haven't seen. We haven't experienced what happened in Vrindavan when actually the clouds, the Samvartaka clouds came, started pouring. What would happen to Brajavasis? And this connects to Paritranaya Sadhunam Vinashaya Cha Dushkitam. Sometimes, actually, not sometimes, sometimes we think that I can do, or maybe most of the times, and some living entities, they think all the time that I can do. But what we can do? So Krishna, he is the maintainer of the entire creation. And we think we are maintainer and we are enjoyer. Recently, when this lockdown was there, still lockdown is there, but last year when there was a complete lockdown all over the world, so there were some videos were getting circulated. You know how nature is healing herself. So much greenery, everything was, animals were coming to the cities, to the roads. Because Krishna has given power. It's Krishna who's doing it. And we think we are maintaining this world. So I was, watching some lectures. So YouTube, when you watch nowadays, they give some advertisement comes, In between lectures, some advertisement will come. So very interesting ad came, which I could connect. When I read this today morning, I said, this is exactly what we saw yesterday. So there was a young boy, maybe 18, 19 years old, and he was eating chocolate. He was sitting on, besides the road, there was a bench, like the park bench. And then this fellow, you know that, Advertisement देखता है, chocolate भी खाता है क्या? नहीं ना? So there was an old woman and her stick, walking stick, it was on the road. So she's telling, beta, वो stick उठा देना. And he is busy eating chocolate. He goes away. Then he is standing near the pole. And she is again saying, beta, वो मेरा छड़ी उठा देना. Again he is busy eating. Now you feel like, what is he doing? So then this old woman, she gets up. She goes to the road where the stick is lying. She picks up the stick And suddenly, where she was sitting, one big piano just fell from the building. And if she was sitting there, she would have become chutney. And she is telling to that young boy, "Thank you, beta, you did not lift the stick. Otherwise I would have been crushed under this." So then I was seeing, actually Krishna is doing anything. The tagline of that advertisement was, all the time you don't have to work. Just eat chocolate and enjoy. So that is what our philosophy is. We don't have to work all the time. Just chant and be happy. Yeah. So we are not the doers. We are not the doers. We are maintained by Krishna. So then I thought, this is very interesting. Who is maintaining? Krishna is maintaining. Then what I am supposed to do? Shall I become lazy? Devotees, sometimes they give philosophy, oh, Krishna is the doer, what I am supposed to do? I'm not supposed to do anything. So then we become lazy. That's what not is the meaning of not doing anything. When it says paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkatam, that means he is protecting the devotees. Krishna is protecting devotees and he is killing the demons. Now Krishna, when he lifted Govardhan, he called out to all Brajavasis that come beneath this great umbrella and you would be protected. And all Brajavasis run. If we become lazy, we will not go there. Now this is what we have to do. Krishna has lifted Govardhan. We are getting harassed by strong winds and thunderous sound and thunderbolts and water. So what we are supposed to do? Just run towards Krishna, take shelter, and we will be protected. That's our job. Krishna is doing everything. That does not mean we don't have any role to play. Who said? William Shakespeare, this world is a stage. This life is a drama. And we are actors. We are small actors, but we all have a role to play. And what will happen when we play our role? We get compensation. We get money, we get food, we get shelter. But we have to play our role. Krishna speaks in Bhagavad Gita in 12th chapter? No, 6th chapter. I've been speaking every day different chapters. 6th chapter or which chapter he speaks, where he says, if you don't work, you cannot even, burn fire. You cannot even light the fire. Yeah. So which chapter is that? 6th, no? No, not 6th. Anyways, 8th or 9th, whatever. Too many chapters, getting confused. But the philosophy is, if you don't work, Krishna is saying, 3rd chapter, he speaks similar things. If you don't work, even if you are a sannyasi, you cannot even light the fire. That's the situation. So we should not take this, philosophy that Krishna is doing everything, Krishna is the doer, and then if I do, then ahankara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. In Bhagavad Gita, if you see, there are verses where it is mentioned that Krishna is the doer. There are verses where Krishna is not the doer. There are verses which says Prakriti is the doer. There are verses which says Prakriti is not the doer. There are verses which says Jiva is the doer, and there are also verses which says Jiva is not the doer. So who's the doer and who's not the doer? It appears very confusing. The simple answer is everyone has a role to play. If Krishna, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains this example, then I'll talk about what Krishna says. Now we know this, the example of monkey and cat. How the monkey holds the child? Anyone knows how monkey holds the she monkey? He monkey is not bothered. I think that's in every species. And nowadays, he-mans are forced to take the child, but otherwise I have not seen in my childhood, man taking care of the child. It's always the female. So, how monkey carries the child? She monkey, how she carries the child? Huh? Monkey never takes care of the child. I mean, she takes care of the child, but she does not carry the child. She just walks and she just signals the child, let's move. And then this little fellow, he has to jump on her back or beneath. And he has to hold. And this mother monkey is jumping from one tree to another tree and he has to hold. He's just scared. That's why you see little monkeys. I just came from Vrindavan. So all these little monkeys, they are always scared. Because they cannot protect themselves. So this is concept which Mayavadis accept. They want to hold. Or Bhogis. We will do. I will attain. Anyone who has a sense of, achievers mentality, he is this mentality. Even in Krishna consciousness, I will chant, I will perfect my chanting and I will go back to Godhead. No sir, you are not going anywhere. Till the time you have this concept of I, you are not going anywhere. I has to get dissolved. Your eye has cataract and your eye has to be operated to get the perfect vision. It has to dissolve. Dissolve means not that ki khatam ho gaya, but it has to, that eye has to be trained to understand what is real I. Before coming to Krishna consciousness, I had to give some presentation. I was learning some communication because I didn't know how to speak. No confidence, no speaking skills. Something happened after coming to ISKCON by mercy of Srila Prabhupada. So then I was giving one, talk. I was talking about I. What I spoke, it just whatever came in my mind I spoke. I said, there is I and there is we. We means you and me, two people. If you and me merge and this I becomes big, then there is no conflict in the world. That's typical Mayavad philosophy. All bogus philosophy. I didn't know because someone told me. It looks very interesting. No conflict in the world. So sometimes we take the path which appears to be there will be no conflict, but if it is not a Vedic path, we should immediately reject. So this is one concept. I am holding. Another example is given of a kitten. The cat holding the kitten. Kitten has nothing to do. The cat, again, she cat. He cat doesn't bother. She holds the kitten. And kitten is like, aram se, koi tension nahi. So there's another kind of people in the world. Sab Prabhu ki maya hai. Prabhu come to temple. जब प्रभु का बुलावा आएगा आ जाएंगे. You have seen many people, you tell them to preach, take Bhagavad Gita, प्रभु की इच्छा होगी हम पढ़ेंगे. मैं बोल दिया एक को, बोला अगर प्रभु यहाँ पे होते ना तो प्रभु की इच्छा क्या होती मैं उनको तुमको बताऊंगा तो बुरा लगेगा। कान के नीचे लगाते प्रभु गीता नहीं पढ़ रहा है। हाँ, ये तो प्रभु है नहीं यहाँ पे फिजिकली, मैनिफेस्टेड फॉर्म में नहीं है, नहीं तो कान के नीचे पड़ती तुम्हारे। Then he was like shaken up. So प्रभु की इच्छा होगी। अरे प्रभु की इच्छा है तभी तो you got this human birth। हाँ, तुम्हारा इच्छा से मिला क्या? So all these people lazy fellows. But what is the actual situation? Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains this example. He says we are fallen in a ditch. We are fallen in a ditch. It's dark, dingy, marshy, all, worms and spiders and snakes, everything is so much pain. That is how material world is. And we are crying out for help, 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 we are crying out. Because we cannot see anything. Even sunlight is not reaching there. That's how we have fallen. Sunlight not reaching means we are not able to understand who am I, we are not able to understand about the place. Similarly, ignored. We are covered by ignorance. Om jnana timirandhasya jnana anjana shalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai shri guruvaya namah. That, oh my spiritual master, please help me to open my eyes, I cannot see. So that's how we have fallen in this dark well. But hearing our sound, that's why Srila Prabhupada says, hearing is very important, the most important sense is ear. So Krishna and Guru will hear, when we will cry out, help, help. And that is Hare Krishna chanting. So when we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, then Krishna hears. Do we have any example in Bhagavatam where Krishna heard? Gajendra, Draupadi, Dhruva. Dhruva wanted to find Krishna. What Krishna did? Sent Narada Muni. So when Krishna hears our cry, he sends Guru, bona fide spiritual master. And that's why in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is mentioned that first installment of mercy of Krishna is that you come in association with bona fide spiritual master. Imagine how fortunate we are. We should never say that Krishna ne to mere ko kripa nahi kiya hai. Out of his unlimited mercy, just one drop and we are in ISKCON. We have association of bona fide spiritual master. That's why Prabhupada writes in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, 19th chapter. He writes somewhere, if any person thinks he can practice Krishna consciousness outside ISKCON, he is in hallucination. Powerful, strong statement. Anyone thinks he can practice Krishna consciousness outside ISKCON, he is in hallucination. That much we are fortunate to be in ISKCON. When Srila Prabhupada was performing his manifested pastime on this planet in Vrindavan, so some of his disciples, they went to Radharaman temple. And the Pujari of Radharaman, he said, you should preach this lifetime nicely, so that next life you will become Pujari and worship the Lord. And they were very happy. दूर के ढोल सुहाने लगते हैं. And they were very happy. This Pujari problem is everywhere in the world. All head Pujaris in ISKCON, their only concern is Pujari. Then recently I was in Jaipur 4 months back. So I was with His Holiness Bhakti Asha Vaishnav Maharaj. And we were in Govindev temple. So if you go to Govindev temple in Jaipur, there's a small deity of Krishna. Gaur Govinda, the name is. Whose deity they are? Kashishwar Pandit. How they came there? So Kashishwar Pandit was serving personally Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Odisha. Rupa Goswami wrote a letter to Mahaprabhu. That time there was no WhatsApp, so they had to write letter. That Mahaprabhu, we are in Vrindavan, but I have to write, that's what you have told me. But we have this deity of Radha Govinda Dev. We don't have any pujari. Can you please send some pujari from Odisha? So Odisha and Bengal has been supplying pujari from 500 years. Still the trend continues. Pujari shortage. And here, these disciples of Prabhupada become happy that he is telling, this year you preach, this lifetime you preach, next life you become pujaris. So they went to Prabhupada and they, told Prabhupada, they informed him. Prabhupada said, go back and tell that pujari in Radha Raman temple that you worship Lord so nicely that next life you become preacher. That is the position of preacher. Very clearly Krishna is speaking. So then, we are fallen in the ditch and we cry out. Now imagine, you are walking to the ditch, you will not see inside if there is no sound coming. And you are walking. And later on, you come to know there was one person stuck in the ditch. So you will wonder, why he is not crying out? I was walking, if I would have known, I would have pulled him out. No, he was sleeping. So how can you come out if you are sleeping in the ditch? Jiva jago, Gavara Chanda bole. That is why we have to wake up. Wake up and call out to the Lord. Otherwise, if we are sleeping, then how will Lord hear? Radha Ras Bihari, when we are chanting, Radha Ras Bihari is getting dressed. But his ears are here, in the temple hall, who all are chanting. Now if we are sleeping, how will he hear? Then we say, oh, Bhagwan ko to sab pata hai. Yes, sab pata hai. But भगवान ये जानना चाहते हैं कि आप वापस आना चाहते हो भगवान के पास कि यहीं रहना चाहते हो? वो तो क्लियर नहीं ना. नहीं, मैं वापस जाना चाहता हूँ ना. Sometimes you see devotees say, why Krishna is, created such a complicated system? Krishna should just, sprinkle some transcendental water and we should all go immediately to Golok Vrindavan. And what will you do there? Oh, I will sleep. If you don't want to serve Krishna here, do you think you will go to Golok Vrindavan and you will serve Krishna? Huh? So it's a training ground that we have to serve Krishna 24 hours and then we will be promoted there. We have to show, it's an entrance test. We have to show that we are ready to go back. But we are sleeping. If we are sleeping in Japa, if we are sleeping in Bhagavatam, then Krishna is not hearing. So that person is sleeping. The person who will cry out for help, a man will come and he will hear that someone is there. He cannot see, someone is there. And what he will do? He will take out the rope and he will send the rope inside. That rope is Guru Parampara. That entire rope is Guru Parampara. And the rope comes to you. Now you don't hold the rope. What will the person do at the top? If you don't hold the rope. You see the examples? The monkey example and the cat example, this is different. This is partnership. Both have to do. That's why Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam varja. This is you do. And my Lord, what you will do? Aham tvam sarva papebhyo moksha ishyami. Two things I will do. You surrender, I will give you liberation, and I will relieve you from all sinful reactions. In 10th chapter again he says, Tesham satati yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. Prabhupada quotes this verse so many times. Tesham satati yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. What you have to do, you have to lovingly perform devotional service 24 hours a day. And here Krishna is saying, you do 25% of the work, rest 75% I will do. Because these two verses, Tesham satati yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamupayanti te tesham evanu kampartham aham ajnanajam tamah. What's the other line? Nashami atma bhavasto jnana deepena bhasvata. Everything Krishna is doing. But if we don't do anything, then Krishna is not interested. In Hindi they say na, तुम मेरे नाम में, भगवान कह रहे हैं हमको, तुम मेरे नाम में, मैं तुम्हारे काम में. तुम अपने काम में, मैं अपने धाम में. Now you decide what you have to do. कृष्ण के नाम में रहना है कि अपने काम में रहना है. कृष्ण के नाम में रहोगे, आपका काम कृष्ण करेंगे. आप अपने काम में रहोगे, कृष्ण अपने धाम में. लीला तो चल ही रहा है. Why he'll be bothered? Krishna, one of the 6 opulences which Krishna holds is renunciation. So he is detached. His devotees, they push us. No, you have to go, you must go back to Godhead. You practice Krishna consciousness and get out from this world. Prabhupada was so forceful. It is unlimited compassion of Srila Prabhupada. So forceful. It's not Prabhupada is angry, but he's putting so much force because he's just telling, get out, you are in the fire, the blazing fire. Like someone is in the fire and we tell him, Niklo bahar, Niklo idhar se. We have to shout with force. And if that person is sleeping, we have to wake him up. अगर नहीं उठ रहा है तो पत्थर उठा के फेंको. सर फूटेगा लेकिन आदमी तो बाहर आएगा. We don't have to literally do that, but we have to push books on their laps. Prabhupada said these books are like bombs. Drop these bombs in the laps of sleeping souls. They are time bombs. So this person is sending the rope. We are not holding the rope. What can that person do? He will pull, only rope will come. Okay, next time again he is trying, Arey Baba, please hold the rope. Okay, you didn't tell me to hold the rope. You have to come out, na? Why he has to tell you hold the rope? Chalo, theek hai, next time you hold the rope. So I am holding the rope. But still I am sitting. Baith ke, rassi pakad ke. Now he is pulling. When he pulls the rope, you cannot, because you are not holding with the strength, so the rope goes up again. And kya kar raha hai? I am sending the rope down, you have to hold it. Until unless you hold the rope, put the effort. Now even if you hold the rope tightly, very tightly, you tie the rope around yourself. Still you have to put some effort. Prabhu ji, abhi diksha ho gaya na, abhi aaram karne ka. One of my classmates, he had a philosophy in life. He said in 11th and 12th I worked so much. I worked so hard that he became CA. Now a relaxed life. Then again he thought that let me do MBA. So he worked very hard for entrance exam, got one of the best colleges. Now he's saying let me relax. We are not like that. Diksha tak bahut mehnat kiya. सभी भक्तों के आगे पीछे घुमा, हरे कृष्णा किया, ये किया, वो किया, सेवा किया, अभी दीक्षा मिल गया. Now it's up to Guru and Krishna. Now I don't have to do anything. कभी भी रस्सी खुल सकता है. Don't take it serious. Don't take it cheaply. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he says, he told his disciples, he said, when you commit, then only I will protect and I will take you back home, back to Godhead. It's a contract. And if you break the contract, if you breach, then I am not bound. Other party is not bound if one party breaks the contract. So even if the rope is tied to our waist and you are holding it, you still have to put efforts. Somehow keep your legs on the wall of the well and gradually try to go up. If we think we will not do that much also, then no problem. Continue staying in Krishna's kingdom, but which is covered by Maya. This is also Krishna's kingdom, material world. But then you have to be covered by Maya. And Maya holds what? Durga Devi, she is holding what? Trishul. Adhyatmik, Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik. Keep. No problem. So if we will not work, then we are here. Don't think that just साधु और वैष्णव का कृपा से हम निकल जाएंगे. कृपा से निकलोगे जब खुद करोगे. They are ready to distribute, but are you ready to accept? Are you ready to accept? Are you ready to work? Are you ready to surrender? Or we have our own mind? We have already surrendered to mind from time immemorial, and we are still continuing that. So then what will happen? You will stay. Mind does not want you to go, to leave, because the existence of mind depends on your existence in material world. Otherwise mind kya hoga? Mind will just merge with the universal mind. Finish. So it's we who have to decide whether I want to continue staying in this material world or I want to go back home, back to Godhead. A guru is like a bird. As well as Jai Patak Maharaj says this to his disciples. He said, I am a big bird. When the time will come, I will open my wings and fly high. You all are small birds. If you want to follow me, you follow. If you don't, be here. Prabhupada said everyone has to fly their own planes. Don't be sentimental. Sometimes we become sentimental. Oh, Guru is there, he'll take care. Yes, Guru is taking care. Krishna is taking care. Krishna is merciful. Vaishnavas are unlimitedly merciful. But still you have to do. So if you don't serve, if you don't perform sadhana bhakti, we are not going anywhere. If you don't chant attentively, we are not going anywhere. If you don't read scriptures, Prabhupada books, Prabhupada is so merciful. Yes, that's the mercy of Prabhupada. Whole night, not one night, all nights he was awake just to give his mercy to us in form of his purports. How much are we serious in reading his purports? He has put so much effort for us, but we are not holding it. There are so many other obstacles. Like if you are going up, you have tied the rope to the waist and you are holding, going up, and suddenly you see, inside the wall, inside the well, in the internal wall, you see something attractive, and you say, "No, rassi khol diya, yahin pe rehna hai." When you go up, you know what is the path of going up? You have to go to all the heavenly planets, Swargalok. So, there are different planets. Gandharva Lok. So if you think that, oh, I am a very good singer, But the consciousness is not of a servant, and you are expert singer, then you will get stuck in Gandharva Lok, because everyone sings Hare Krishna there. There is no filmy songs. Oh, I am very expert at playing mridanga, kartal, harmonium, sitar, violin. All these. Then you will get stuck there. Because you will see everything wonderful. If you are attached to sense gratification, then Swarga is there. So Gandharva Lok, Kinnar Lok, this all path will go like this. Even Krishna goes like this. He goes because he wants to, give mercy to everyone. All the demigods come, and when Krishna went back, all the demigods, he gave mercy. They came and they did Abhishek for Krishna. So soul also goes there. And in the Brahmalok, some devotees, I don't want to distribute books. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do. Okay, I will distribute books only for 2 hours. Then what will you do? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Leaving service given by authority and doing the chanting, again is attachment to one's own mind. Prabhupada didn't allow that. So then Jana Lok, Tapa Lok, Mahar Lok, I will do lot of tapasya. I will eat satoguni food. My mobile should be satoguni. My laptop should be satoguni. My dress should be satoguni. Okay, then be in satogun. Then Prabhuji, kare kya? Do what Prabhupada has said. That's all. Doesn't matter which guna, what. Just follow Prabhupada and you will reach, as devotees say, back to Prabhupada head. Otherwise, we have our own inclinations now. We also mind. Someone may have a nature which is very soft. Oh, I'm Satoguni. Then you will not go. Because Satoguni will not go beyond this material world. If you are even attached to mode of goodness, then you are stuck here. Then what shall I do? You have to attach yourself to the instructions of Guru and Krishna. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada writes so many places, we have to follow and we have to do what Acharyas have said. We don't have to apply our mind. That's what we have to do. In Bhagavad Gita, some of the purport or translation, Krishna says, or Prabhupada writes some of the purport. What is commonly not to be done, my devotees will do it. And what is to be done, my devotees, they don't do. Depends on what I tell them to do. Yeah? Because these all is material concept, na? Arjuna was having this concept. Oh, Varana Shankar will happen. We will go to hellish planets. Sin will incur on us. How can I enjoy? It's all material conceptions. It's very difficult. Many of us have that. We have to find out. And how do you find out that? Whether you are watering the weed or you are watering Bhakti Lata, how will you find out? Because weed looks very similar. It grows faster. Rupa Shiksha, read that section. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, chapter 9. Exactly Mahaprabhu is talking there. He said it's not easy to differentiate which is weed and which is Bhakti Lata. You need a sadhu Vaidya. You need expert guru who can point out. But we don't want to surrender to guru. We think that we are intelligent and we want to do what I understand. And Prabhupada says, even by independent study of books, you cannot understand. So even if you read just Prabhupada books, still you will not understand. Because you have not served Guru. You have not served his instructions. So read that section. Mahaprabhu the crystal clear, and Prabhupada's purport are long purports. 3 pages, 4 pages purports in the 19th chapter, Rupa Shiksha. Very interesting. And you'll realize that where am I going? So we should not get stuck. We should just follow straight, non-stop Duranto Express to spiritual world. Once we get stuck in heavenly planets, what will happen? So many, lakhs of years will pass away. Yes, bhakti is eternal. Prabhu ji, 2% bhakti karta hu na, eternal hai, rahega. Yes, it is eternal. But why you want to suffer? Just go back. Because all the problem, Bhagavatam says now, even in the planets of demigods, there is lust, there is envy, there is greed, there is fear. So what's the use of going there? And then Krishna said, "Ah, Brahma Bhuvana Loka." Even up to Brahma Lok, problems are there. So anyways, if you are going out, if house is on fire, okay, I think this room has more smoke, so I'll go to other room. But you will see other room also will very soon be engulfed in the smoke. And I'll go to veranda. But still, the fire will come there. You have to go away, far away. And there's a water body surrounding your house. You have to cross the water body because fire will not be able to cross the water. And that is Viraja river. Material things cannot go there. So it's very difficult, Sometimes we may do lot of sadhana, sometimes no sadhana, only seva. Read what Prabhupada has said. You'll understand what is right, what is not. Hare Krishna. So we have to do, we cannot leave everything. Krishna is the doer, but we have to do our duty. Arjuna fought. Krishna didn't kill. Ultimately Krishna killed, but Krishna didn't kill because Arjuna has to do his own duty. So we have to understand this. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Any one question we can take, if anyone has a question or a comment, one. No question? Okay, keep churning. Yes, Govind Kumar Prabhu will he'll ask question and then I will ask him to give answer also.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you Prabhuji for the nice class. Very well described with the 3 examples. Monkey, cat and
Volume
rope.
बढ़ा भाई, अपना duty करो.
So, in this purport very nicely it is described that how Krishna kept on doing his duty, and demons were coming and his duty was not getting disturbed. So in our course of doing our bhakti, so many distractions come, so many impediments come, internal and external. How do we ensure that we don't get disturbed, our practice of devotional service remain undisturbed while we fight off these anarthas?
I'm getting some example which our acharyas they quote, but it's one of the most appropriate example in many situations. When a boy, he is in company of his girlfriend, so many distractions will come. He is not bothered because he is so much attached. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Raghunath Das Goswami. Internally you be attached to Krishna, externally you perform duties. Why? Because there is love, there is affection. In the material world there is no love, but there is love. So when you understand that this service, this devotional service, how it is important to you, and it's not only theoretical understanding will work. When you practice, little bit of purification has to happen to get that, when we get hooked on to devotional service. So until unless the heart is getting cleaned, we will not be able to get undisturbed. See Prabhupada, so many disturbance came, Prabhupada was undisturbed. Ocean, Prabhupada, Krishna says, Vihaya Kaman. That ocean is so deep. In the rainy season, thousands of rivers are giving water, but ocean doesn't get disturbed. In the summer season, there's no water, ocean still doesn't get disturbed because ocean is very deep. But if you see small ponds, they are like small puddles, not even ponds. So small puddle, if little bit of water comes, pura, shaken up. And scorching heat comes, dried out. So we have to become deep. And now with, palm full of water, what can you do? So now the question should be asked, how to become from the puddle, let it become pond, then become lake, then deeper, gradually become ocean. We should focus on that. Till that time disturbance come, yes, they will affect us. We will get disturbed. We should not think that how can I practice Krishna consciousness undisturbed. No, we will get disturbed because we are not at that level that we will not get disturbed. So accepting that disturbance will come and I will get disturbed, you know what happens with that? Your mind cannot disturb you. When you accept, suppose, hota hai na, there are few friends, आपका मजाक उड़ा रहे, तो कब तक मजाक उड़ाते हैं? आप अपना मजाक उड़ाना चालू कर दो, तो बोर हो जाएंगे, अरे ये क्या, इसके ऊपर हम हंसते हैं, खुद अपने ऊपर हंसता है. कोई छोटू है, उसको सब लोग बोलते हैं नाटा नाटा, बोलता है देखो मैं नाटा हूँ, तो क्या हुआ? Now people will not, make fun of him. A mind is able to disturb you because you are thinking mind should not disturb you. You accept, I am surrendered. Krishna, my situation is like that. I am a small puddle, and any disturbance come, my japa, my sadhana gets disturbed. Mind भी बोलेगा अरे इसको क्या disturb कर रहा. Mind also needs some challenge, na? So we don't give challenge only, we accept. Acceptance is very important. And then where we have to work? Go deeper. Go deeper. You remember this story? The king and his friend was, the king's friend, he was caught stealing or something, he did something wrong. Now king has to punish, the punishment is death. But because he is friend, so king is giving him one opportunity. So there are two high towers and king gets a rope tied to two towers. And he tells his friend, you walk, if you reach successfully on the other tower, you will be given life, that you will be spared. If not, then you die, what can I do? He crosses, he completes, that walk, and he goes to the other tower. The king is happy. So now king is asking, how did you do? Evening when they are meeting, king is asking, how did you do that? It's so fearful, rope is moving, it's so much of height. Height can only create fear, which is not the real fear. It's a mental fear. Many people have fear from heights, acrophobia. They cannot see. So it's mental fear. He said, I focused only one thing. I have to reach that point where the rope is getting joined to the other tower. That's my only focus. So disturbance may keep coming. So once, just to summarize, we accept that we are fallen. We must accept, because we are diseased. Until unless you accept, there are some people, corona, positive report. नहीं मुझे कोरोना नहीं हुआ है. अरे ये positive report बाबा. So at least कुछ नहीं तो कम से कम isolation में तो जाओ. No, we don't have to go to isolation. We have to rather come in between, because our disease will increase when we go in isolation, material disease. So we have to be in between devotees. So first we have to accept that I am a diseased person, and I need a doctor, and doctor is there. That we have to follow. Now if you want to cure, then you have to follow doctor. So when you follow doctor, then what happens? There's one devotee. So I sent him, he was having some trouble, health problem. So I sent him to my doctor where I go. And I used to keep an update. I said, what happened? From 3 months you are taking medicine. He said, I left medicine now. Medicines are there, but I am not eating. Why are you not eating? नहीं, मन नहीं कर रहा है. Is your health okay? No. Hare, you are supposed to follow the prescription of the doctor. How can you leave medicine? At least call the doctor that I am not feeling like taking medicine. So then he will give you something else. He will give you another treatment, psychological treatment. So that is why Guhyam Akhyati Prachyati. I am having trouble, I go to my guru, I am facing troubles. I am having this trouble. I am not even inspired to wake up in the morning, I am not inspired to chant Hare Krishna. Please guide me. One disciple of His Holiness Jayapatak Swami Maharaj, he took initiation in the morning, evening he went to Guru Maharaj. And he's saying, Maharaj, I don't feel like, surrendering to you. Maharaj just told him, sing Guru Puja every day and your consciousness will change. Veer Krishna Prabhu told me. And then I made a point, even if I am traveling, I sing Guru Puja. That much compassionate our Acharyas are. So we have to accept I am diseased, and if you are diseased, if you want to be cured or not, that is your determination. So disturbance will come. All kadwa medicine, Ayurvedic medicine is kadwa, and then you have to. Another problem now, they are coming in tablets. Why? Because people are lazy. Otherwise, Ayurvedic medicine, you get some roots, you get some herbs, giso baitke. 15 minutes you have to just scrub. Then something comes out. Then mix with honey, and then eat. Yeah, there's a problem, but what can you do? There's only cure. So then we'll become deeper. If the heart is not purified, how can we reach towards the stage of Nishtha? Only at the stage of Nishtha you will become undisturbed. Undisturbed opinion. Prabhupada says 75% of the heart is purified at the stage of Nishtha. Still 25 is remaining. So disturbance will come till the level of Bhava. Only at the level of Prema, when 100% heart is pure, will become like pure devotees. Till that time disturbance will come, but our determination should be, even if disturbance comes, you should expect disturbance in your life. Sometimes we think that abhi bhakti pe aa gaya na, abhi kuch disturbance nahi hona chahiye. That is the problem starts. That is where the problem starts. I don't want any disturbance. No, you accept the disturbance will come. Simple example, if you know how to ride a bike, two-wheeler. Suppose you have to go from here to Goregaon. Chalo, Goregaon nahi bete, Dadar jana hai. You go to Dadar. Now morning time, what do you expect? अरे प्रभु जी बहुत ट्रैफिक मिलने वाला है, जल्दी करो, जल्दी निकलेंगे तो पहुंच जाएंगे. So you are expecting the traffic and now you get traffic jam, you're not disturbed because you expected the traffic milega. So if you expect that I am practicing Krishna consciousness, still because I am in material world, I have my own previous karma, I will be getting problems, then only you will be able to practice and ये तो आना ही था ना, अब मैंने पाप किए तो आएगा ही. मटेरियल वर्ल्ड में हूँ तो आएगा ही. आप मर्सिडीज में बैठो चाहे फरारी में बैठो, इंडिया की सड़कों पे जब चलेगा गाड़ी तो झटका तो लगेगा. पुरानी सड़कों पे अभी तो अच्छा बन गया. So that we have to accept. Until unless you accept, your mind will keep troubling you. If you have a waiting ticket, so what do? You have to travel. You travel from Bombay to Visakhapatnam. Waiting ticket है, क्या करेगा? So बोरी लेके जाएगा, वो संकीर्तन से भगवत गीता का एक बॉक्स लेके जाएगा, खोल के बिछा के. You are ready that you have to sleep on floor. Now you sleep on floor, you are not disturbed. However, your seat is confirmed, seat is confirmed, and then something happens that you have to sleep on floor, that time the disturbance comes. So you accept that I will become disturbed. But still, I will not leave my sadhana bhakti. I will not leave following the instruction of Srila Prabhupada. Then you follow. That is gradually, you will cross these anarthas. Till that time we have to just accept. Don't expect a free and enjoyable ride in material world. Not possible. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय. निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे.